How's it going, everyone? Welcome to the post AFL Grand Final show. I can't stop laughing. It's sorry about the background noise, by the way. I've seen a lot of grand finals, seen a lot of highlights on YouTube of the grand finals since they were obviously able to be filmed in the 1950s. That is the worst I've ever seen. It's worse than the 1980 grand final, the 1988 grand final where Melbourne got thumped. It's worse than the Port Adelaide one. In fact, I don't mind that grand final because of how much of a blowout it was. That was ridiculous. I'm actually confused. I just had a really bad feeling. Not when I woke up. It didn't really feel as much like a grand final day as last year. Last year I had a great feeling. It was just a great day. I was feeling amazing about that game, and it was just a ripper game, ripper day. You could tell it was one of the best ever. I just don't understand. I started drinking in the second quarter because it was just, or the third quarter as well. Horrible grand final. Richmond, I got to give full credit to Richmond. They were unbelievable. Well done, the Tigers. Incredible performance. Just to bury GWS in the MCG sand in the ground. It's unbelievable. I can't believe how well Richmond played and how fearless they were. I thought Richmond were going to be upstaged a bit and it was going to be a close game, but no. To no avail, it was not a close game. I just can't believe how lopsided it was. 89 points the margin. Richmond, 114. GWS 25. We'll get the. I just cannot believe 25. 25. Even St Kilda in the replay in 2010, we were cut to pieces after the first grand final. We were even able to salvage a score of 52 in that replay. 17-12, 114 defeats 3-7-20. 25. I reckon Gold Coast could get a better score than that. Any of the other 16 teams could get a better score in the grand final against Richmond today than 3-7-25. I cannot believe it. This could have been an okay grand final actually if Collingwood made it, but it's GWS who made it, so that argument should just be cut. Alright, it's just. I just can't believe how horrible a game it was. I had a horrible feeling. I didn't feel like a grand final day, as I said. When I got up, I was like, Nah, it felt fine. It's still a grand final, still grand final day. I guess I'm a bit footied out at the moment for some reason. Last year I definitely wasn't, but with the two, completely lopsided prelims last year, I was ready for grand final day, hyped for it to be a close and good game. It's been a couple of good games this final series, courtesy of GWS. Got to give them some credit for making two of the best finals games with the Brisbane game and the Collingwood game, but horrific grand final. And it's not the worst thing because we still have last year to go back on. I'll definitely be watching last year's grand final soon, but there's no words after you watch a game that poor and Richmond just completely murdering them. I thought after GWS got the first goal, it was going to be. I was like, yes, game on, GWS, well done. 10 goals later, 13 unanswered goals later. It's just crazy. Crazy result. Can't believe it. Cannot believe how lopsided. The third most lopsided game. The worst score since 1960 when Collingwood got 14 points against Melbourne. I never thought it would happen again, like a score close, even remotely close to that. They were only 12 points away from that happening, and they were going to do it again. And then 2 goals happened, and that's all they could really salvage. And it's their worst scoring club history, I think, GWS, and worse than the Hawthorn games in 2019, the one at the MCG and the one in Canberra. Worse than those. Perfect conditions. They fell apart. They couldn't do it. Completely fell apart. I reckon they started falling apart when they conceded that goal with just seconds to go at the end of the first term. That should never have happened. And then the second term was horrible. The third quarter was even worse. I'm very disappointed as a mutual fan of the game. My voice is going. Even though I wasn't yelling that much today. In last year's grand final, I was yelling every 5 seconds. I was so involved. I lost my voice. I easily lost my voice after the game. This year, it's the most quiet I've ever been watching a game of a grand final since probably 2006 or 2008. Can't believe it. I can't. I don't know how many times I say I can't believe it. It's just. This is just the worst I've ever seen. And I decided to bring up this tier maker for you guys. And we're not doing another tier list, but I wanted to show this just, anyway. If the brightness will work on the camera. Here we go. This is the grand finals of the last 20 years. We're going to put the Hawthorn 2015 Premiership in E tier. And then we're going to put the grand final replay of 2010 in E tier. And then an F tier this year's grand final that just happened today. Because that will forever, hopefully not forever. I mean, what am I saying? Hopefully forever. Because I'm sick of seeing grand finals that bad. Be the worst grand final ever. I don't think I'm ever going to live through a St Kilda grand final where we only get 25 points. We were cut to physically gone in the second week. And we still salvaged 52. How the hell do you play a grand final and kick 3 goals 7? They just didn't come. They just did not show up. They'd played the grand final 2 weeks in a row. In the semi and the prelim. I know everyone around the country is saying that right now. But anyway, I can't believe the last AFL video on this channel potentially ever. And I'm just having a massive rant about how poor the game was. Richmond was so good. Gideros was so horrible. I don't understand the preparation for GWS. They just didn't. They weren't thinking about how to play this game. They just thought, let's be hard around the ball and see what happens. And that's not a tactic at all. They never really understood how they were going to kick goals. They just were all at sea. It seemed like a bunch of little kids playing in a grand final. Like, little kids, I reckon, would do just as good as they did today. Sorry. There's probably a lot of good youngsters out there playing junior footy right now, but yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame this is the last video on the AFL channel. The season is over. This was the last day and the last game of the season. I'll hopefully be back next year with some more vlogs. I would love to do some more AFL vlogs or some summaries of St Kilda are doing well. But potentially that's it for me. And a horrible note to end it on. Let's just say we can look back fondly at the 2016 grand final, last year's grand final. Amazing games in terms of recent years. That today was the worst. I don't know how many times I can say the worst I've ever seen. And I'm not sure if there's a lot of people... I hope there's a lot of people who agree with me that it's the worst. I don't know. Definitely not Richmond fans, because it was just heaven. Absolute heaven if you're a Richmond supporter. I mean, if I was a St Kilda supporter, for any premiership but I would be the second, I was about to say, disappointed. I'd be very disappointed if that was our second premiership. That sounds ridiculous, I know, but to win that easily, it's just like, yay. The fourth quarter's started, but we've already won. It's like, we may as well start celebrating. I reckon when your team's in a grand final, you got to be on the edge of your seat. You got to be nervous the whole day. You got to not be able to sleep. You got to be riding every bump and wave. Your team's got to be so close for the whole thing. And then if they win by 2 or 3 points, that's the best grand final for your team ever. They did it the hard way, and they gutted it out for the whole 120 minutes or longer through stoppages of the game. That's how it should go. You know your team put in the best effort. Well, obviously they put in a huge effort today, Richmond, but they put in just the fight for the whole thing, and that's how they won the flag. That I'd be more satisfied. Yeah, St Kilda won their elusive second premiership one day by doing it like that, just like they did in their first and only. Not to take any credit away from the Tigers. They're way too good. And, if you'd rather win by a lot and secure it. But I reckon there's a lot of Richmond fans out there that think it'd be more satisfying winning the 2019 grand final by a single point. But, I hope not, because you've just won a premiership. You may as well celebrate the same way as if you won a point. My argument is, as a mutual supporter and as a supporter of a club that is, myself as a supporter of a club that is so poor and has been struggling for so long, you want something that really hits the spot, a really close victory. But Richmond, my argument probably is a horrible argument. If you're going for a team, you want them to win by any score. It just doesn't matter. But yeah, as a what the hell? I just had a brain image. Geelong, when they won that second play against us, they were probably very happy that they won at least one of their three in a close game. Who knows? Maybe Tigers will do it. Geelong didn't win a third in 4 or 5 years. And then, they might go back to back, and then it might be a really close game. Who knows what they'll do next? But it's just not one of those games where you can look back and go, not only did we just win a premiership and it was amazing, but it was also one of the best games ever. Not this one, unfortunately, for Richmond, but maybe that's how it's meant to be. Good on them. I'm so happy for Richmond and their supporters. Oh shit! Now they're gonna get pissed. Nah. Not a huge fan of Richmond fans, but did well. Amazing premiership, amazing victory to the Tigers. Incredible performance, horrible grand final to watch. As a mutual fan of the game, I couldn't be more disappointed and upset. I'm just so upset. Nah, not upset, but disappointed at how disastrous it was. And I reckon there's a lot of people in the country right now that love this sport and really appreciate it. And love the grand final, obsessed with the grand final, that would have just watched that weren't Richmond fans, of course, and would be feeling hollow, way worse than I am right now. Because I'm fine. I'm just so happy that last year's grand final was that good, so that this year's didn't have to be, the best game. If last year's was a blowout as well, then I'd just be losing my patience now. Not only is St Kilda not making finals or grand finals for a long time, or at the moment, but we're not getting close grand finals. So we did at least get that one last year in 2016. But yeah, Richmond killing the fun of grand finals right now. Oh, jeez, I got to stop because Richmond fans are going to get pissed. Congratulations to Richmond. Amazing premiership. GWS, I don't know what just happened. I don't know if you thought it was a grand final. I don't know if you thought... The mind wasn't there. And it was an absolute horror show. Anyway, I gotta finish this thing because I've just rambled my ass off. I am done on this channel. My god, I should just say to anyone who's watching, thank you so much for watching my AFL videos this year. I do have a second channel that I barely mentioned on this channel. It's called Sam's Movies. I don't think I even have mentioned it. Sam's Movies, please... if you want, check out that channel. It has a lot of stuff on it. It has a series where I look at YouTubers, YouTube disasters, controversies, and I try and delve into it. There's a new series coming out, hot exclusive on this channel, where it's the same as that, but I have a more light-hearted version of that. Try not to rip off content and go up too much. There's also a Tracking Down the Tapes series I forgot about as well that's happening on the channel right now, and a bunch of special videos featured with my friend Bootlegger Bill, and just all kinds of stuff, reviews, you name it, crazy shit, all kinds of weird stuff coming out soon. You name it, a lot of weird stuff, that's for sure. Anyway, guys, go to that channel if you want to. I recommend you go to that channel because this channel's dead for now. I will be back in November and December for cliff jumping vlogs and all kinds of stuff, whatever I can muster up with any sorts of vlogs. This channel will have an upload very soon, the day 2 and 3 of my snow vlogs that I forgot to upload. God, I sound like a cringy 12-year-old Minecraft YouTuber. Guys, I'm going to upload my vlog soon, so be sure to check that out. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you got some enjoyment out of the grand final today. I doubt you did, but an amazing grand final for Richmond supporters. That's all I can say. Amazing for Richmond. Congratulations, Richmond supporters. Genuinely, though, congratulations. It's very satisfying if you're a Richmond fan. Cheers, guys. Have a good one. Thank you for watching this channel once again. I gotta end this vid. It's been an all-time classic grand final. 25